Hi everyone, I'm Mohamed Naguib, a cybersecurity researcher with over 19 years of experience in information technology and cybersecurity. Welcome back to our Cloud Security Mastery course. As you know, in this series, we're taking a structured approach starting from the fundamentals of cloud computing and gradually advancing into the critical aspects of securing cloud environments. Whether you're seeking to be a cloud architect, DevOps engineer,
DevSecOps engineer,
or an aspiring cloud security engineer, or cloud penetration tester, this course is designed to give you the deep practical knowledge you need to excel. So let's start now. Welcome to our first deep dive into an AWS core service, IAM's Identity and Access Management. This is a global service, which means it spans across all regions by default. In IAM, we create users, organize them into groups, and manage permissions for accessing resources in AWS, the root user. When we first created our AWS account, a root account was automatically set up. This root user is the super admin of the entire account. But here's the key rule: never use your root account for daily operations and absolutely never share it. Instead, we'll use IAM to create dedicated users for each person who needs access. Creating users and groups. Each user in IAM represents a single person in your organization. And if it makes sense, you can group users together. For example, imagine we have 6 people: Alice, Bob, Charles, David, Edward, and Fred. Alice, Bob, and Charles are developers. So we'll create a developers group and add them there. David and Edward work together in operations. So we'll create an operations group. What about Fred? He's alone and doesn't belong to any group. While that's not best practice, AWS allows it. Important note: groups can only contain users, never other groups. Also, a user can belong to multiple groups. For instance, Charles and David might both be part of a separate audit group in addition to their main groups. Permissions with policies. So why do we create users and groups? Because we want to grant them permissions to use our AWS account. Permissions in IAM are managed through policies. These are JSON documents that define what a user or group can do. Right now, effects, allow, action. So, ET2 describe, last load balancing describe, CloudWatch, resource, VEX. This policy allows users to access EC2, elastic load balancing, and CloudWatch services with specific actions. Don't worry, you don't need to be a programmer to write policies. The structure is straightforward and almost like plain English. Least privilege principle. AWS, we follow the least privilege principle. This means we only give users the minimum permissions needed. For example, if a user only needs to manage ECSS3, we don't grant them access to all AWS services. This helps us avoid security risk and unnecessary costs. That's a complete overview of IAM, users, groups, and policies. In the next lecture, we'll get hands-on and practice creating IAM users and groups step by step in the AWS console.